Chennai received overnight rainfall. It's bracing for more record rainfall as the Met Department has predicted torrential rain for the next 3 to 4 days to come. Nilgiris, Coimbatore, Chengalpattu, Namakkal, Tiruchirappalli and Chennai are likely to be receiving heavy showers. Meanwhile, intense downpour continues to wreak havoc in several parts of Chennai. City's Ashokanagar area also remains waterlogged, with water entering the apartments, leading to a flood-like situation. Yesterday, Chief Minister Stalin visited the flood-affected areas and took stock of situation from Chennai's T Nagar flood war room. 4 teams of NDRF have been deployed to assist rescue ops in case of emergency. 58 relief camps have also been set up across Chennai to accommodate the affected people. Schools and colleges are shut in Chennai, Tiruvallur, Kanchipuram and 9 other districts of the state. Is politics and apathy sinking Chennai as the city continues to grapple with the aftermath of record rainfall and prepares for worse? Politicians are busy bickering. Chief Minister Stalin has blamed the previous AIADMK government for current mess. Meanwhile, Madras High Court has pulled up the Chennai civic body for not being prepared for the rains. It has warned of action if the situation is not brought under control this time around. Take a look.
A city crippled by floods. Civic mismanagement exposed. The administration pulled up by the High Court. Now the political blame game. The ruling DMK and the unseated AIADMK are at each other's throats as citizens suffer again. Chief Minister Stalin blamed the previous EPS government for misusing the smart city funds from the centre, particularly taking aim at former Minister SP Vellumanni.
இருக்கலாம் ஏன்னா அவங்க வந்து 5000 கோடி ரூபாய் வந்து இதுக்காக ஒதுக்கணும், ஸ்மார்ட் சிட்டியில் கூட ஒதுக்கி இருக்கிறோம் அப்படிலாம் சொன்னாங்க. ஆனால் என்ன வேலை நடந்துச்சுன்னு தெரியல. இதெல்லாம் முடிஞ்சதுக்கு பிறகு அது பெரிய விசாரணை நிச்சயமாக அமைக்கும். நிச்சயமாக சிம்பரம்பாக்கம் மாதிரி கூட வந்திருக்கும்னு நினச்சோம். ஆனால் நல்ல வேலை நான் முன்னெச்சரிக்கையாக நாங்கள் நடவடிக்கை எடுத்ததுனால நாங்கள் அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு 24 மணி நேரமும் அதை வாட்ச் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். ஒன்றும் எந்த இது வந்தாலும் சமாளிக்கிறதுக்கு.
The AIADMK was quick to hit back and defend Vellumanni.
They are imagining that would have taken place in Edappadi government also. It is not at all a fact. The cleanest chief minister who has carried out things with full perfection is only Edappadi Palanichami's government. Vellumanni's achievements are being enviously seen by the DMK. That is why false cases against Vellumanni.
The Greater Chennai Corporation refused to be drawn into the political fight over the mess in the city.
Not like to comment about anything about political content, but it is the endeavour of the local bodies everywhere to ensure that stormwater drains and infrastructure keeps on getting added.
On Tuesday, the Madras High Court had pulled up the Greater Chennai Corporation, saying it had failed to take measures to tackle flooding. The High Court said the civic body had learnt no lesson from the devastating 2015 floods. Madras High Court Chief Justice Sanjeev Banerjee said it is such a pity that half the year the city is starved of water and for the rest of the year people are dying in water. This cannot be the condition of a leading state in the country.
We have just taken over, I have personally taken over just some time back only. Previous years, whatever all the infrastructure projects have been taken up, we will inform the Honorable Court.
Year after year, Chennai is witnessing the same story. Governments change, but the misery of people remains the same.
The Madras High Court has warned authorities that it will take severe action if things are not set right. In fact, it has also directed the Department of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption to probe and submit a report within 10 days into claims of irregularities in giving civic contracts. With video Vivian, Pramod Madhav for India Today.
Yet another massive political row erupted over Jinnah remarks made by Akhilesh Yadav last week, who has found another Suhail Dev Bharatiya Samaj Party President Om Prakash Rajbhar echo some similar sentiments. Here's a look.
सरदार पटेल जी, राष्ट्रपिता महात्मा गांधी, जवाहरलाल नेहरू, जिन्ना एक ही संस्था में पढ़ करके बैरिस्टर बन करके आए थे। एक ही जगह पर पढ़ाई लिखाई की उन्होंने, वो बैरिस्टर बने, उन्होंने आजादी दिलाई। उन्हें किसी भी तरीके से किसी का भी संघर्ष करना पड़ा होगा तो वो पीछे नहीं हटे।
First, it was Akhilesh Yadav, and now his newfound ally, Om Prakash Rajbhar. The chief of the Suhail Dev Bharatiya Samaj Party has fueled a full-blown controversy, saying if Jinnah would have been the Prime Minister, India wouldn't have been partitioned. Not only that, taking a swipe at BJP, Rajbhar said that those critical of Jinnah must remember that Atal Bihari Vajpayee and L.K. Advani appreciated the founder of Pakistan's role in India's freedom.
देश के पहले प्रधानमंत्री जिन्ना को बना दिया गया होता तो भारत का बंटवारा ही नहीं होता।
मतलब आप इस बात से सहमत हैं उनकी बातों से?
जिन्ना को देश का प्रधानमंत्री ही लोग बना दिए होते। इस बात को आडवाणी जी के विचार को पढ़िए, अटल जी के विचार को पढ़िए, जो समदेश के शुभचिंतक हैं उनके विचार को पढ़िए, वो क्यों उनकी तारीफ करते थे।
As expected, the provocative remarks have ignited a political dogfight.
चुनाव आते ही तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति शुरू हो जाती है और कुछ लोग जिन्ना का नाम जपना शुरू कर देते हैं। मैं तो यही कहूंगा, यूपी की जनता जवाब देगी।
But the Samajwadi Party did not distance from Rajbhar. In fact, the party supported his theory.
आडवाणी जी जिन्ना का बारे में जो किताब लिखा था, वो किताब आप पढ़ा? वो किताब में आडवाणी जी जिन्ना का कितनी प्रशंसा किया, जिन्ना का किया कितनी अवदान था देश का आज़ादी के लिए। तो आज कोई किसका मन में है तो वो प्रधानमंत्री बन जाते तो अच्छा होता।
With elections round the corner, BJP doubled down on its attack against Samajwadi Party.
मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना को कुछ राजनीतिक दलों ने अलादीन के चिराग का जिन्न समझ लिया है और लग रहा है कि ये मनचाही मुराद पूरी कर देगा, वोट इनको दिला देगा, वोटों से झोली भर देगा। लेकिन शायद उन्हें यह मालूम नहीं है कि मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना को ये देश खलनायक मानता था, खलनायक मानता है और खलनायक ही मानता रहेगा।
Taking a controversial figure's name just ahead of the UP poll campaign could be a way to consolidate votes from a certain section. But how far it helps the Samajwadi Party, that only time will tell. With Roshan Jaiswal in Lucknow, Bureau Report, India Today.
Salman Khurshid's new book titled Sunrise Over Ayodhya is at the center of a fresh controversy. The book details 2019 Ayodhya verdict. Khurshid said Ayodhya saga was about one fate triumphing the other and that Hinduism has been pushed aside by robust Hindutva. Khurshid goes on to compare Hindutva to jihadi group like ISIS and Boko Haram. The Congress leader wrote that Hindutva inevitably found a place in poll campaigns, and after the BJP forming the government at the center, the right wing has become emboldened. Khurshid also said that in India, only lip service is being paid to the idea of secularism, adding that the right wing's idea of secularism is an assertive one. Now, a criminal complaint has been filed against him by a Delhi-based lawyer for his claims against Hindutva. The Congress leader has been accused of defaming Hindutva, comparing Hinduism to terror.
300 पेज की किताब आपने लिखी है, जो बिल्कुल मैंने देखी किताब आपने, लेकिन उसमें से एक पन्ना और उसका एक हरफ जो है वो कुछ लोगों को बहुत गलत लग रहा है कि आपने बोको हराम से तुलना करें। क्या कहेंगे आप?
तो पहले वो पूरी किताब में बताएं ना, वो ये कहें कि पूरी किताब में 300 पेजेस हैं जिसका हम समर्थन करते हैं और एक पेज है या एक सफ़ा है जिसका हम समर्थन नहीं करते हैं, फिर आगे बात करेंगे।
आपके खिलाफ कंप्लेंट तक कर दी गई है इस बार?
अरे कंप्लेंट कर दी थी, यहाँ आकर टमाटर भी फेंक सकते थे, वो तो सब करते ही हैं, इसीलिए तो किताब लिखी है। अगर मैं इस बात से डरता तो मैं किताब ना लिखता।
Mumbai Police Special Investigation Team is likely to summon Shah Rukh Khan's manager Pooja Dadlani once again in Aryan Khan case. The Shah Rukh Khan manager's statement is crucial for SIT probing extortion charges levelled against Sameer Wankhede. Mumbai Police called Pooja thrice to record his statement, but no avail. After she skipped police summons citing ill health as the reason. Without a statement, the case is staring at a dead end as Mumbai Police cannot file a suo motu case without her statement. The extortion charges against Sameer Wankhede were levelled by witness Kiran Gosavi's bodyguard Prabhakar Sale. Sale, also an independent witness in the cruise drug bust case, had alleged that Sameer Wankhede demanded 25 crores to let off Aryan Khan from the cruise drug bust case.
Aryan Khan is...
Showdown between Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik and BJP's Devendra Fadnavis has escalated after Fadnavis accused Malik of having links with the underworld. Malik dropped what he called a hydrogen bomb, accusing former Maharashtra Chief Minister of running a fake currency racket with the help of Dawood aide Riaz Bhatti during his tenure as the Chief Minister. Here's more.
Charge versus counter charge. Allegations versus counter allegations. From drugs to NCB to now a Dawood Ibrahim angle. Maharashtra's top two politicians locking horns in a no-holds-barred bruising battle. After former Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis's Diwali bombshell, now NCP's Nawab Malik drops what he calls a hydrogen bomb. Malik claimed that Fadnavis during his tenure as the Chief Minister ran a fake currency racket with the help of Riaz Bhatti, who he claimed has links with underworld don Dawood Ibrahim and Pakistan's ISI.
डबल पासपोर्ट के साथ कोई व्यक्ति पकड़ लिया जाए और 2 दिन में छूट जाता है, इसके पीछे क्या खेल था? रियाज भाटी लगातार आपके साथ सभी कार्यक्रमों में क्यों नजर आता था? रियाज भाटी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यक्रमों में क्यों नजर आता था? आपके डिनर टेबल पे क्यों नजर आता था? देवेंद्र जी के प्रोटेक्शन में जाली नोट का खेल इस महाराष्ट्र में चल रहा था। जाली नोट का नेक्सस आईएसआई पाकिस्तान दाऊद वाया बांग्लादेश, ये पूरी जाली नोट इस देश में फैलाई जाती है। देवेंद्र जी, आप मुख्यमंत्री रहते हुए इस महाराष्ट्र में आपने सारे क्रिमिनल लोगों को सरकारी पदों पर बिठाया। जाली नोट का नेक्सस आपने चलवाया। आपने रियाज भाटी के जरिए पूरी उगाही का काम किया और ये सारा खेल आपके आशीर्वाद से महाराष्ट्र में चल रहा था।
Reacting to the allegations, Devendra Fadnavis said that he never gave patronage to underworld. He even put out a cryptic thought of the day tweet saying never wrestle with a pig as it enjoys dirt and filth. To back Nawab Malik's claim, NCP shared images of Riaz Bhatti with several high-profile BJP leaders. Like former ministers Harsh Vardhan, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Jitin Prasad, Ashish Shelar and Devendra Fadnavis himself.
त्या रियाज भाटी वाढदिवसाच्या शुभेच्छा कोणाला देत आहे? मला वाटतं कोणाची नावं बदनाम करण्यासाठी फोटोचा धंदा करू नका। तुम्ही एक बोट दाखवाल, 4 बोट तुमच्याकडे येतील आणि त्यामुळे माननीय देवेंद्र फडणवीसजींचा रियाज भाटीशी काही संबंध, संपर्क आणि विषय असण्याचं कारणच नाही।
But the NCP move backfired as the BJP, in return, shared the alleged Dawood aides images with NCP chief Sharad Pawar, Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, his son Aditya Thackeray and Congress heavyweight Prithviraj Chavan.
इस बात को कैसे नकार सकते हैं कि इन सारे लोगों के साथ आपके दल के, आपके खुद के और महाराष्ट्र सरकार की मुख्यमंत्री की तस्वीरें कैसी हैं?
Devendra Fadnavis on Tuesday released the dubious land deal by Nawab Malik's son Faraz with 1993 Mumbai blast convict Shah Ali Khan and Dawood Ibrahim aide Salim Patel. He claimed that the prime 2.8-acre Kurla plot worth 3 crore rupees was bought just at 20 lakh rupees by Solidus Group owned by Nawab Malik and family.
आप जानते नहीं थे सलीम पटेल कौन है? और सबसे बड़ी बात, मुंबई के गुनहगारों से आपने जमीन क्यों खरीदी? मुंबई में बम विस्फोट करने वालों से आपने जमीन क्यों खरीदी?
The war of Maharashtra netas is getting intensely personal and very, very dirty. With Kamlesh Sutar in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
India's first women-led unicorn, Nykaa, made a blockbuster debut on Dalal Street yesterday, and moments after the markets opened, Nykaa's market cap hit the 1 lakh crore rupee mark, making its founder and CEO Falguni Nayar India's wealthiest self-made female billionaire.
For the customary countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo!
She's the new billionaire queen of India. E-commerce giant Nykaa saw a bumper opening on Dalal Street today, and within 5 minutes, founder and CEO Falguni Nayar has emerged as India's richest self-made woman billionaire. 58-year-old Falguni, who was born and brought up in Mumbai, is now among one of the world's wealthiest and has joined only 6 other women billionaires in India.
What a journey Nykaa has been. Going right back to 2012, I was in an established career which would often see me help entrepreneurs be in the exact position I am in today. After taking a giant leap of faith, I left my long career in investment banking to build a platform which at the time saw few believers and many naysayers. A beauty destination for all, powered by technology, content, community, and just pure passion.
The story of this unicorn started about a decade ago. Falguni Nayar left her 18-year-long job as an investment banker at Kotak Mahindra Bank in 2012. Her dream was to be an entrepreneur. This dream led to the creation of a beauty and wellness website, Nykaa. Back then, the focus of Nykaa was to provide beauty products to women and men in India online because Indians mostly relied on smaller neighborhood stores to buy beauty products. With the launch of Nykaa, cosmetics and skincare products were just a phone tap away, and the range of options increased drastically with the introduction of international brands. And after 10 years, Nykaa has grown into the country's leading beauty e-tailer. If we talk about investors, Bollywood actor Katrina Kaif and Alia Bhatt invested an undisclosed amount in the platform through a secondary transaction last year. Apart from heading Nykaa, Falguni Nayar, who is an IIM Ahmedabad alumna, is currently on board of Aviva Insurance, Dabur India, and is also an independent director on the Tata Motors board. Nykaa's market capitalization, meanwhile, has already matched industry giants such as Britannia, Godrej and Indigo, and with its listing, Nykaa's valuation has reached nearly $13 billion. A dream fulfilled by Falguni Nayar in just 9 years. A huge inspiration for every hopeful businessman and entrepreneur out there. Bureau Report, Business Today Television.
That's it from me, Chaiti Narula, on this bulletin. For further news and updates, don't forget to log on to indiatoday.in or download our app.